My name is Temilolu Seun Ashamu. I'm the Commissioner for Energy and Mineral Resources here in Oyo State. Principally as the head of the ministry, my job description is to ensure energy security in Oyo State, and that's by increasing access and affordability of energy in the state, and then also to ensure that our mineral resources are exploited in a sustainable and responsible manner in the interest of the residents of the state. In terms of what we've done, we have some key focal projects and programs that we've been able to run in the ministry, one of which is the Light Up Oyo program. The Light Up Oyo project. To date, we have about 280 kilometers of public lighting that has been energized across the length and breadth of the state. That provides and helps with security, especially in the evenings, and also with the economic growth in terms of people's ability to keep their shops open later in the day, and to ensure that we are on the road to developing a nighttime economy in the state, which I think is key for our economic expansion. The project, as it is at the moment, is in a transition phase now from the use of diesel generators to power the lights, and we're now gradually transitioning into the use of gas, the grid, and an energy and a solar hybrid, which will be better for the environment and is clearly what was scoped initially when we conceived the project. We also broke ground on our IPP, that's the Independent Power Project in the state, which is bringing 11 megawatts of electricity to our state, 10 megawatts gas and 1 megawatt solar. That's critical as well. About half of the Light Up Oyo project is going to be powered from that. We have about 12 healthcare facilities which are coming under the IPP. The state government's facilities, the Secretariat, Government House and the likes are also coming under, as well as other offices that are in Ibadan, as well as the selection of schools. That IPP has the prospect of actually transitioning over to industry and commerce, which means that we'll be able to attract more people to come and set up shop here in your state, which again is great for the economy and will ensure that more people in the state get jobs. Another of the projects that we have is a primary healthcare project. To date, we've been able to power 23 primary health centers across the state. Recently, I saw a newspaper review where they went to actually interview some of the doctors there. And one of the doctors said that he was very happy now that they're no longer delivering babies in his healthcare center using torchlights. And that's virtue of one of the interventions that we've been able to provide. That's a purely solar-based solution. We've also signed an agreement with Shell to extend the gas pipeline infrastructure to Oyo State. And that's great because it will mean that gas is available here in the state, which will provide for a lot of expansion of the economy. That project is ongoing at the moment. One of the proudest things about being here in this ministry is actually when you begin to see the effects of what it is that you've been doing. And this is wonderful, particularly as it concerns our mini-grid programs. So the mini-grid projects that we have here in the States are such that we are taking electricity to communities that have never had electricity before. And when you see the impact that that has, especially on those rural communities, you begin to feel proud that indeed they feel and they believe now that government has not forgotten them and government is not leaving them behind. To date, we have about 19 communities that are benefiting from that program. The state government has committed to the capital expenditure of 4, and as a result of that, the private sector actually put their funds down as well and went out to go and do about 15. And work is ongoing at all of those at the moment, and we've already commissioned 2. So that's a very proud moment. We also have your traditional grid extension, which is what we've been doing, providing transformers and those grid extension, which is the traditional way of electrifying communities. So we have a number of things that the ministry has been able to do, but for me, the proud thing is to actually see the effects. So it's the light at the end of the tunnel, and for people to know that yes, this is a government that cares about the people and that is concerned about the livelihoods of the residents of the state. Well, working with HE, His Excellency, has been a steep learning curve. Fortunately for me, I have a private sector background where I've had to work with in demanding and rigorous circumstances before now. So the transition in terms of the expectation was not too difficult, but of course the rudiments within the system within which you work is slightly different. But working with him has been a pleasure. He's somebody that takes his time to listen, and if you can convince him that there's merit in what you're proposing, he's somebody that provides the necessary support to get it through the system and to allow you to do it. And I think that's very important for somebody like me in particular, who you may consider to be from the next generation, the younger generation that forms this, that's part of this government. And it's key, and that's very important for me. It's key for us in this state as well, because we're actually seeing a younger crop of people being brought into the administration, providing innovative ideas and solutions, and then our principal is actually supporting them. And I would like to believe that the residents of the state are actually happy about that, and they're proud of that, and they're seeing the results, which I think is very important.